should that roof have been secure, period?
That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, you know, there's a safety factor that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so, you know, the decision was made to secure the building from inside.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the ridiculous excuse from Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle as to why the most obvious building in Butler, Pennsylvania, to try an assassination attempt against the president was not secured from the top. Oh, it's a sloped roof, so we had to secure it from the inside. Huh? Securing it from the inside? Well, if the Secret Service was inside of the building where the actual shooter was, how did he get on top of the building and shoot at Trump? Then there was a local cop who actually followed the guy on top of the roof. But when the guy pointed his rifle at the cop fled. So it's like, what are we doing? Look, the most obvious place in Butler was not secured from the top as it should have been. And talking about a sloped roof, I think that excuse is BS. Now, let's just get to a map right here, shall we? It's just a freeze frame from a video, and we'll get to a video in a minute. But look, you see on the left-hand side of the screen, there's this business right here, which is only 400 feet away from where the president was speaking. This is an obvious sniper's perch. So if you are Secret Service snipers, you need to be looking right at that building as your first point of interest. And then you might not be able to see it right here. I'll show you in subsequent pictures. The roof where Secret Service snipers were is also sloped. It's just as sloped as the building where the shooter was, where the guy who shot Trump was. It's the same kind of roof. I don't understand. So the roof where Secret Service was, that's fine, although it's sloped. But the other roof where the shooter was is not fine because that's sloped as well. I don't understand. Now, some are going to say, well, look, man, the slope is different. Let's just go through some pictures, shall we? Let's go through a few pictures and see just how sloped the roof is. Now, this is the roof where the shooter was, okay? That's the roof. Is it really that sloped? I'm thinking we're talking about like a church steeple or something crazy like this. This is not that serious. I'm not buying the excuse, okay? And then also, let's keep on going here. This is where the Secret Service counter snipers were. That is also a sloped roof, just the same as we just saw. If that's different, y'all let me know. Y'all please just let me know. Maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to see. All right. Now here is Secret Service on top of the White House on a sloped roof. I don't understand. I don't get it. Why would you say something like that when it doesn't make any sense? How can you secure the building from the inside when the cop had to be the one to follow the guy on top of the building who ran away when the gun was pointed at him? I don't know why that happened, but it did from what I was able to read. It doesn't make any sense. It's just the biggest ball drop, the biggest mistake, ball drop on purpose. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say this was intentional. I'm not going to say anything like that. But what I am saying is that this was a tremendous ball drop, a tremendous mistake at best. And the excuses I'm hearing don't make any sense, and I'm not trying to hear it. Now, we have video of the actual shooter getting on the roof. Listen, people saw this guy. The regular, just normies going to the rally saw him on top of the roof. They took pictures. They called the police. They flagged down Secret Service. And nothing happened until the guy shot at Trump. Then they wanted to go ahead and delete him. Secret Service saw him minutes before. They saw him hours before with a rangefinder and all of that. A rangefinder would be, okay, how far between point A and point B? You're trying to calculate your shot before you take it. If you see him doing all that, then why not just go ahead and delete him right there? This is really crazy. Now, before I go any further, let's go ahead and just watch this video. If you want to see the full thing without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, Visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
We continue here with the news tonight. There are fast-moving developments after the assassination attempt tonight. Remarkable new images here. The alleged gunman seen climbing to the roof just minutes before opening fire at that rally. You can actually hear people in the crowd yelling to an officer, pointing him out. And now we learn that law enforcement was actually using that building as a staging area, and how the gunman climbed onto the roof, the wall outside that building. And ABC.
So if the Secret Service were in there using it as a staging area, or law enforcement, local, whatever, if they were in the building, how did they not see this guy get on top of the building? You're in the building already. You're already right there because you know this is going to be a place where this kind of thing could happen.
Building. And ABC's Pierre Thomas tonight with the exclusive interview with the head of the Secret Service and what she's saying now.
Stunning new video tonight showing the moment Donald Trump's would-be assassin climbed onto the roof of that building just 2 minutes before he opened fire.
And this video is coming from just regular people with their phones. Hey, look at this. It's a guy on top of the roof. Hey, Secret Service, you want to come take a look at this guy with a gun and a rangefinder trying to line up Trump right now from 400 feet away? No? Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, look, there he is.
You can hear bystanders desperately trying to alert police. Authorities now using that video as part of the investigation. And tonight, ABC News has learned that heavily armed local police were stationed inside that building.
Okay, so local police were out there inside the building. No Secret Service?
And Miss Thomas Crooks climbing up the outside of the building to the roof. The same building was being used as a staging area for local police, according to 2 law enforcement officials. And Butler Township officials are confirming ABC News' reporting that a local police officer climbed up the roof and confronted Brooks moments before the shooting.
The officer grabbed hold of the edge of the building, pulled himself up to be able to look, and according to what he's told me, shooter turned, rifle was pointed at the officer. The officer, defensive move, kind of ducked, fell, lost his grip on the building.
Investigators tonight trying to determine whether roof access had been properly locked down. The shooter climbing seemingly unimpeded, about 400 feet from the stage, with a direct line of sight on the former president.
Look at this. Do you see how close it is? I mean, look, the most obvious place in the entire state of Pennsylvania to do something like that was totally unsecure. Oh, they're in the inside, securing the area. Well, did nobody see this guy? Hey, let's make sure that nobody climbs on the roof. It's really inexcusable.
Take a look at what happened.
In Washington, lawmakers demanding answers, calling on the Secret Service director to appear before Congress. We sat down with Director Kim Cheadle today for an exclusive interview.
Now, Kim Cheadle was appointed to the Secret Service director position by the Biden administration in 2022. And she was Secret Service before for like 27 years. I think she worked at PepsiCo after Secret Service. But I've read that she wants to increase Secret Service staff as far as, the percentages of women to like 30%. That's what I read. Maybe that's incorrect. But I saw quite a few, HR looking ladies out there. Nothing against the women. We got some big, strong, bull dagger type women that might be able to secure the president. But, a 5'2" office clerk is not going to get the job done. OK, and it's not even the sexist thing. I'm not trying to see a horse jockey male out there trying to protect the president. It is what it is. Everybody has roles. OK, big guys are good for certain things and small guys are good for other things. But at the end of the day, what they had out there was inadequate. The plan was inadequate. Everything was a complete dumpster fire. And what's going to happen now is people are going to think we solved. Now they're trying to say Iran, that has Iran's in the mix and they might want to take them out. There's all kind of stuff going on, but I'm getting triggered, so I digress.
What was your reaction when you saw the events unfold on Saturday?
Shock, and then concern, obviously, for the former president. This is an event that should have never happened.
Who is most responsible for this happening?
What I would say is that the Secret Service is responsible for the protection of the former president.
So the buck stops with you?
The buck stops with me. I am the director of the Secret Service. It was unacceptable, and it's something that shouldn't happen again.
The president.
You got to go for sure. You have to go. Not only her, but a lot of heads got to roll after this because there's no excuse.
And Homeland Security Secretary said today they had 100% confidence in you. But there are some members of Congress calling on you to resign.
I appreciate the Secretary's comments, and we're going to continue to be transparent.
But look, I'm going to just end it right there. There's a little bit more, but we've heard enough. I've heard enough. I don't know about y'all. But look, the failure was so catastrophic here. Let me come back so you can see me clearly. Let me come back so you can see me clearly. The failure was so catastrophic here, it borders on the line of corruption. She has to go, and a bunch of others have to go. The most obvious place in the entire United States for this kind of thing to happen was not secure from the top. Oh, it's a sloped roof. But the counter snipers on the sloped roof as well. They're right across from the building on the same counter roof. They shot this guy from a sloped roof. I'm just not buying it. I'm not into it. They could have done anything. They could have put a drone in the air. They could have had the climbing area blocked. They could have put a scarecrow police car or something. They didn't do anything. And you almost lost President Trump as a result of the sheer negligence and incompetence. And that's putting it lightly. I could say something else, but I don't want to make those kind of accusations, at least not right now. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on this whole situation? Talking about, oh, we didn't put anybody on the roof because it's a sloped roof. Are you buying that excuse? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think it's all bogus. It's ridiculous. This plan was terrible. The Secret Service completely dropped the ball. Kim Cheadle, the director who we saw a little bit, should be the very first one to go. And there should be quite a few more others. And we need to get a real investigation, not some kind of banana republic. We're not really going to look into it, but we're going to tell you we did. Let's get a real investigation to see what's going on here, because this is bigger than President Trump. This is for all people who are protected by Secret Service. Are they compromised? What's really going on? Let's get to the bottom of it. Let's get some answers, and then we can move forward. But until then, we got a serious problem in our country. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.